What's up guys, airsoft tech here. So today I'm going to do a little unboxing. It's unboxing time, baby. And this is the Raven Evolution Neo series, and this is the RIS rifle. So let's jump straight into it. And this is of course Canadian version, you know, over 370 FPS and all that stuff. All that good stuff. So as you can see, first of all, it's a nice foam. So first of all, you have your manual and you have your testing sheet. So now you can see all the testing they done, all your FPS. They test 5 shots, you know, at that temperature with that crony and all that stuff. So they check everything. You have the exploding parts in there, and also just your pop, all that stuff. Really nice, you know. It's straight up to the point, you know, but it's really nice manual, you know, that explains everything you need to know if you're new to a pop and to airsoft gun and to batteries and all that stuff. So it's pretty cool. So other small things you got is that, because that guy is straight wires to DIN connector, so you know, if you use a Tamiya battery, it gives you you know, like something to be able to plug your battery. So that's really cool, you know. So yeah, I don't care pretty much, but you know. And it comes with I think this is M90 spring or some shit like that, for the UK people, you know, that can only shoot, you know, like 1.1 joule or some shit like that. That's for you. So yeah. So as you can see, you have the rifle right there. You have your carry handle, and you have a nice 140 round polymer M4 magazine, and this is, you know, like a really nice one. This is from ZCI. I know I run those guys, and you know, they are super easy to maintain and all that stuff. So those are, you know, like cheap magazine, but you know, like the best cheap magazine you can have, and they fit super well in a lot of guns. So keep that in mind. So that, put that on the side. Let's get that baby out of it. And is there anything else? Yep. And you have your cleaning and jamming rod. So I'm just gonna, if they want this, guys, it's because, you know, this is basically, you know, like the best battle rifle you can buy. This gun is so good, straight out of the box, you know. It's just insane for the value, you know. This gun runs for 280 CAD, so you know, 280 in Canada, and I did a conversion for you guys. So in US it's 202.42, so you know, $200. So 200 US for that guy, if you can have it in US, I don't know. And in EU it's 185 bucks, EU, you know. So you know, for that price you have a crazy battle rifle with a lot of nice things, you know. First of all, you have those cover, you have your carry handle, you already have your mid-cap magazine, you know, to run through, and the internals on these guys are really good, you know. Like the motor is already torque motor. It's not, you know, extreme high torque or, you know, crazy 28 TPA, but it's, you know, like an high torque motor. It's a torque motor, you know, at least. So you know, I think I have one because I upgraded my other Raven. Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean the spring is not there, but you know. So this is the motor that gives you with that gun, and you know, I mean, it's not, you know, like the strongest motor in the world and all that stuff, It doesn't have the strongest magnet. This doesn't stick at all to it. Where is it? Okay, that's a little bit better. Basically, looks a lot like a fake high torque motor from SHS. Yeah. As far as I know, those are pretty much the same thing. It's a O shape pinion on there. And that guy run the Xcoretech MOSFET in there, DTU system, whatever you call it, and it's really good. It you have a switch on the rear, so it doesn't have a sticker on your selector plate. It understands when it's full auto or on semi or all that stuff. And basically you have a magnet on your sector gear, so when the magnet passes, it knows it did a cycle. So you don't have those optic sensor that can you have a little bit of grease on it, or you smash it a little bit too hard, that kind of snap on you or anything like that. That's kind of it's just a good basic thing. You have a full metal teeth piston there. You have a full cylinder for that 509 6.03 tight bore barrel. This is a brass barrel. And the hop up, it's a nice plastic rotary hop up with a really nice backing. I mean, for stock backing, this is really good. It's a really hard black rubber, and thick and all that stuff. So that's what you want from a stock backing. That it's you want something that it's gonna last and all that stuff. So of course they do for that. Instead of buying like something a little bit more sticky, a little bit soft, that gonna grab a little bit better on the baby. So thick rubber, something good. And this is basically the best bang for the buck range rifle you can have. If you play in CQB and stuff like that, this is pretty long. This is an 18-inch barrel, so yeah, it's a long gun. But if you are into the M16 kind of thing, or DMRE shit and all that stuff, or battle rifle, this is really cool. If you don't like those covers, you can remove them. And of course the quality is like what you can expect from a low cost gun like that. It's all plastic. Of course what you want to be metal is metal, so that's all that, it's all solid metal, but anything else right there, it's all plastic. And I think even the buffer tube is plastic, but it's a good ABS/polymer plastic, and it feels great in the hand. You have a little bit of play on the rail. I don't know if you can see it, but you have a little bit of play, and those guys right there are moving just a little bit. But other than that, everything is super solid. Of course, you have a little bit of wiggle, like you always will have in fucking airsoft gun. But and you have a QD sling point there. You have two mounting on each side. So and you have that goes on top. And if you want, you can put a scope on it or some shit like that. So it looks way better. You can put it quick, just to see. Gives you a little bit, the look of it. But this is basically, like, yeah, just no question about it. This is the best bang for buck, battle rifle money can buy. The performance that guy gives you is just insane. It's 11.1 ready. It doesn't give a fuck. It's super snappy. Those Raven Evolution guns are so good for the price. the Neo series. If you go up, you know, the price go up with it. You know, like the Elite series and all that stuff. You know, yeah, they are all, you know, like metals and all that stuff, and you have that double eagle MOSFET that you have a couple of options on it and all that stuff. But you know, this is just, you know, like you want to pay, you know, like if you're in the US, let's say, you know, this is $200. For $200, you know, there's nothing even close to that guy in terms of range, performance, you know, what you get, what value you got, you know, it's insane. In Canada, it's the same thing, you know, and everything is like crazy right now, you know, like this is 280, and keep in mind, you know, like the old Gen 1 GNG Rider, you know, like the first one, not the 2.0, the first one, are the same price as that gun right now in Canada. So, you know, it's, yeah, it's, so, you know, 509 mil, so this is a 18-inch, 6.03 brass barrel, tight bore, you know, this is super good hop up, and like I said, you know, really good gearbox and all that stuff, you know. The only thing is, you know, the spring is a little bit downgraded, because otherwise it will shoot a little bit too hard for the Canadian market, because, you know, it has to shoot over 370, but, you know, the maximum FPS accepted in a lot of field is 400. So, you know, so that's probably, you know, like why it shoots around 380. Yeah, 385 to 389. So, you know, that's pretty good. But, you know, you just snap. If you really want to, you know, you want to invest a little bit on your gun, you know, keep everything you got. You replace cylinder head, piston head, cylinder head. You replace a new bucking, you know, that's good, flat top or a maple leaf or some shit like that, Prometheus purple, you know, or whatever. And you change the spring guide for one in metal, you know, with bearings and all that stuff. And you change the spring, I don't remember if I said it, for M120. So, you know, that's around, you know, you can go cheap and go on AliExpress, you know, whatever, and pay, you know, like $30 for that. And that's pretty much it, you know. Maybe except the bucking, you know, buy one, you know, in store or some shit. And, you know, so, you know, that's just put a scope on it, like so, and, you know, you got basically, you know, like battle rifle, but this is, you know, like DMR, high-end DMR, straight out of the box. And if you put those upgrades in there, you know, you basically, you know, just got, you know, crazy gun. And like I said, this gun is so snappy with that MOSFET and all that stuff. It's on 18-to-1 gears, so, you know, you don't have that crazy rate of fire or in full auto, you know. But I'm gonna just show you. Battery on it, and I'm gonna remove the magazine. Make sure there's no babies in there because they tested it. So yeah, with those guns that are tested, always, you know, make sure there's nothing inside, because they test it and sometimes there's a little still inside. So most of the time they try to remove it. Sometimes they pack it in a hurry, and so yeah. So yeah. Like I said, you know, super snappy. You know, straight up, you know, in these. And this is, you know, this is my AK battery, but, you know, it's a 20C 11.1. You know, like basic battery with things. Straight up, let's go. As you can see, super snappy. And that's a range gun, you know, that's not, you know, a CQB gun or whatever. So, you know, you can have really good semi-auto with it and crazy range. You know, I mean, I'm gonna do testing of it, and, you know, I'm gonna do a couple of things and all that stuff, because, you know, now I have a rangefinder, so I can really know at what range I'm shooting, because, you know, sometimes, you know, it's really hard to estimate how far this is and all that stuff. So yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, and straight out of the box, you know, around 385, 390 feet per second. That's a really good, you know, like I said, you change 2 or 3 things and you're in the like 425 feet per second. And if you put the M130, you get in the 450 marks with that gun, because you know, the length of the barrel and all that stuff. And it's, like I said, it has a 4 cylinder in there, so you know, it can really you know, it's really push high volume of air through that barrel, so you know, you are not under volume or anything. So you know, you can use you know, like a good old .32 gram BBs or shit like that, you know, have crazy range, and play a DMR role, or you know, whatever. Yeah, so you know, and you know, I mean, I've done some testing on it, and this is, you know, really good range. You know, like, you can already compare it to a high-end you know, battle rifle or even DMRs, you know, and it keep up with them. That's crazy for the price. So you know, for 200 US or 185 EU or 280 Canadian, like I said, this is the best battle rifle money can buy. You know, best bang for the buck. Of course, it's not the best performing. You know, there's probably guns out there that are better, but you know, as for my testing and for other guns I try and all that stuff, this is probably one of the best. And you know, it's, yeah, like I said, it's plastic and all that stuff, but you know, it's really a pleasant feel. You know, it's not too light, not too heavy, and you can have that gun in your hands, you know, like for a day, you know. And I mean, I'm a strong dude, you know, so I don't give a fuck, to be honest. But you know, for someone that doesn't train and all that stuff, you know, this is the way to go. And even for me, you know, it's, I would say, you know, it's fun to have something, you know, that you're not, you know, like, yeah, my arms are just getting tired, you know, and all that stuff. You know, it's just, you have fun, you know, you enjoy your day, and you're not, you know, like, yeah, well, so, you know, you can run around a little bit, you know, and all that stuff. Of course, with that guy, you know, probably gonna more, you know, hide in a bush and, you know, shoot people at distance. But you know, so yeah, let me guys know what you think, you know, in the comments and all that stuff. If you try that gun, or if you have something to compare with or whatever. And I also want to know if you can get Raven Evolution airsoft guns, you know, in the US or in the EU, you know, and all that stuff. Because when I search for these guys, I only found them in Canada. So I'm really curious to know if you know, you can get those guys overseas or whatever, or if you have to buy them in Canada and get them exported in US or whatever. If so, it sucks. I hope Raven Evolution, you know, get in the US and EU and everywhere, because those guns, you know, of course, they are made in Canada and all that stuff. I mean, made in Canada. Yeah, I think they are manufactured in Taiwan by Well, if I remember correctly, and they are, you know, like assembled and all that stuff in Canada, and then they pack it, they test it, and they ship it. So yeah, but yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. So like I said, you know, if you're looking for a gun right now, this is, and you know, when you're playing outside, this is probably, you know, like the best bang for buck you can have if you want to have, you know, like snappy semi-auto, and you know, a great range and all that stuff, with lightweight, of course. Otherwise, you know, you might want, you know, a real steel M16, you know. That's up to you. So I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I hope you have a great day. That was the Airsoft Tech, and I'll catch you in the next one.